basketball may reign supreme in this state, but on this day, the Cards and the Cats on the gridiron for the vaunted Governor's Cup, and the attention of every blade of bluegrass will be right here. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Cardinals will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense takes the field to start this game off. It was the Cardinals in a beatdown of the Cats in their last meeting.
These are two schools obviously playing in different conferences, but winning this game matters, especially on the recruiting trail. That really helped Louisville last season.
Yeah, and especially winning in that fashion. Like, we're talking about what rivalry. Like, we own you. We own conference bragging rights. A lot of positives for Louisville a year ago.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Good completion on the out. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Wilcox. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this.
7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Louisville Cardinals offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Let's take a look at the big picture for Louisville. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can...
It's a running room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Firing to the right, complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost them. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your
final in that Mountain West Conference Battle of Note. San Diego State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got the first down and more. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground. To the ground, he's got it again. Shoots his way for more. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Cardinals are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Spins away. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. A productive play is one that it gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Get it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one, registering his first. This guy very quickly
makes the catch. It's Rigby. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now the lead is down to 11.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll go to the ground. Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing kick.
These two first met in 1912 and both have a rich history of stars. John Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, and Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
That's a great list of people to think about in this rivalry. Obviously, it runs deep, and the uniforms are solid, right? Like bright red, blue on the other side, just a nice color clash.
Yeah, visually and optically, you're right. This is a very good-looking rivalry game, but it's also good on the field. There's a lot of talent assembled here today.
Throws to the back. He's got it. Just what this offense... Sets him up at 26 with the first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they are going to be gassed.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kentucky.
So first down here as they go back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Patterson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The snap sets up the throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. On the option, he'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. From the gun, the ground game.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Trying to barrel in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. He wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of the year it's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way on offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
Here's the handoff. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short on their own side of the field. They try to run and get it, but just not physical enough up front. Now it sets up 4th down.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Riggs. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Wildcats and Cards. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this fight between Louisville and Kentucky plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it's start.
Oh, he's got some space. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. He's got it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Riggs. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Cardinals can really attack on this second and short. He'll pull it on the read. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Setting up the screen. Breaks the tackle. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Goes to the option. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitch.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up second and 3. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on first and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. C-A-T-S, Cats, 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 as Kentucky builds this lead.
It feels like it's been a fast break on the basketball court here for a while now. Kentucky showing the speed all over the field, pulling away from Louisville.
Yeah, taking care of business, taking care of emotions. The battle, obviously, of Kentucky. They're doing everything they need to do.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Robbins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run?
Turning it on! Touchdown, Kentucky! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Washington is in major trouble today. The folks out there in Seattle are heading for the exits with more determination than a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. They're trailing by 35 to Oregon. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. The give to the back. Tough slanting in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the returner will be brought down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. On a little time, lets it go. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Under fire. Gets open down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Just beautiful. beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw, and it keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late running the ball on 3rd.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Got his man quickly. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football there.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Here we go. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that problem. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Riggs. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got a man. It's Riggs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to throw. It's Mims. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. That's reeled in. It's Washington.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Off play action on 1st down. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. Kentucky had the horses today, and they ran well down the backstretch and made it all the way to the wire to outlast Louisville and take home the Governor's Cup. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.